This game's music is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The game we're going to be looking at next is called Glasshouse. Actually beautiful, to be honest with you. Beautiful music. Love this. Developed without budget by Flat 28 Collective. Love that. This is pre-alpha build of Glasshouse, developed over 3 years in spare time and without any funding. It contains work-in-progress mechanics, placeholder assets, and a rough English localization. This playtest does not represent the final product.
There's a spectre haunting the fiefdom of London Stock. He's waiting for you to feast on each other before it blooms in a dazzling explosion. This is your last day, Weald, and I am sorry for that.
I'm already so excited about this. Did you just tell chat not to do stone jokes as the developer? Because your game is called Glasshouse? Shouldn't have given him a toy, dude. Mistake. Mistake. Ooh. We're incoherent. Feud criticism. You fought for class equality, decentralization, and ultra-democracy. In the end, you won, so you must preserve the status quo. I love the visual of its hand, and the arm is also a hammer, hammering it through. That's beautiful. Colonialism. When you were young, you believed in words. Now you believe in acts. If the earth trembles before cultural dilution, you are the constant. History is written by settlers. Confude-critism. These are words I've never seen before. You lost the war a long time ago, even though you were right. You believe in free markets, the license to be wrong, and that capitalist society is the best option we've got. Holisticism. Oh my god, look at the head. You see society as a body, and your duty is to balance its organs. When one fails, all do. You heal thoughts. I love this. Anarchism. Oh, that's weird. You destroyed the machine with practical common sense and culture, then set fire to its blueprints. You are too smart to believe that democracy is freedom. I really, really like this. How many points do we get? We get 7 points. If we add 1 to each, do we get anarchism? We do. So if we learn about all ideologies, we become more of an anarchist. That's interesting. What is your political compass? So this is aggressive, man of action, and true conservative. Persuasive, smart negotiator, and capitalist enforcer. Reasonable, socialist, anti-privatization. Sensible, serial doubter, and unapologetic woke. I'm going to be honest with you. I really like this system a lot, and it kind of reminds me of Disco Elysium in the direction that it's going with this, and I wonder how it's going to be expressed throughout the game. I kind of want to get points in anarchism. I'm not a big fan of the government. Feud criticism and confeud criticism. Enlightened conqueror. Incoherent. Incoherent. Oh, that's interesting. Wait a minute. Enlightened conqueror. Warmongering sophist. I love the names. Nostalgic capitalist. Existentialist. The Ascended. So you have a bunch of names in here too. District representative. The enemy of the fiefdom. Building contractor. True colonialist. I like that. Yeah, do you guys like that as well? This reminds me of Frostpunk 2 politics. A little bit, yeah. So I want to kind of think of this. We've got confeud criticism, smart negotiator, capitalist enforcer. I like the idea of smart negotiator and persuasive. Being reasonable and persuasive is a good combination, I think. Sensible and aggressive. Sensible and aggressive is also very interesting. Serial doubter, unapologetic. Man of action, true conservative. I think smart negotiator and persuasive and reasonable seem correct. Even if that's not really my style. I'm going to go this. Can we make me in that direction? There we go. Warmongering sophist. No. I think we'll go this one. Ultra-liberal pyromancer. Wait, what? Pyromancer? Ultra-liberal. What goes in the other direction? True constable. What the hell is... It's a pyromancer with an eye. I love this, to be honest with you, man. I think this is quite cool. I think you guys have done something really interesting here. Enlightened midman. Liberal pyromancer. Enlightened conqueror. What is a midman? I'm gonna do pyromancer, dude. That seems hilarious to me. I wonder if we can change this later. Can I choose more ideologies? Maybe not. I'll go that way. Yeah, I wonder what ultra-liberal pyromancer means. Middle management, maybe? Maybe. My hair is big today. Dialogues allow you to talk to people, examine objects, and explore the world. What you say or do will have lasting consequences. Dialogues can be more than words. Depending on the situation, they can contain QuickTime events, puzzles, and resources. Some dialogue choices will be unavailable to you. You might need certain item or specific requirement. There's a typo there. There's a specter haunting the fiefdom of London stock. I love this. Look at that guy. Look at that dude. Beautiful. Beautiful art on that, man. For a split second, Wieldmare thought he had seen it, a real one. Sadly, it was nothing more than his own reflection. London stock had been locked down for 57 days. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived. Let's think about the dream. You can't remember anything. You're off your nut. Alright, fair. But you feel guilty. You do. Why do I always feel guilty? You want to be remembered as one of the good guys. Is the choir like the voices in your head? I'm wondering if the choir is like all of your emotions talking at once. Is that what it's meant to be? Because that's quite cool. No one still really knows who the good guys are. I should tell the doctor to take the dose down a notch. No, you're doing great. You're a tiger. Look out the window. The director. Dozens of red-blue aeroglobes rose and flew above the London stock skyline. The rich are fleeing. I think that's her internal monologue. War is at our doorstep. The fiefdom is burning. Which side will you be on? Okay, that's cool. That's a very interesting way to do that. A lot of games, when you get options that are excluded from you based on your personality, they will display it and then cross it out or gray it out. They decided to encode it, mix it up completely, so you have no idea what it was meant to say. That's fantastic. That's a really cool... I have not seen that done before, and that looks great, dude. Nice. I've got bigger fish to fry. Why do I feel like I'm late for something? Yeah, I love that. That's a nice touch. Because then you don't feel like you should save scum because you have no idea what it is. You have no clue. Could you decrypt it? Yeah. And the reason why is because I think it just scrambled the letters. That's why the capital F was there, like on the third letter in the first word. My guess is it did that completely. You must feed the people. You're the deputy condo chief. Wield, remember? Skip a meal for Tim, and you'll find the dormitory up in flames. Golly, am I the chief? This morning I feel as if I'm someone else's body. I'm going to say number 2. Is that your subtle way of telling us you don't remember where to get the rations? Restroom, second floor of your bloody shack. You're really broken, aren't you? Am I the chief? Deputy chief. And yes, you've been since the 2021st cycle. About 7 cycles, Wheel. Time to go downstairs. Welcome to the world of Glasshouse. Left-clicking on the ground to move and start exploring your surroundings. You can interact with most things and people. Left-click on any highlighted object to interact with it. The world is full of interesting things. Use tab to highlight all interactable objects. Oh. Good Luke's cage has been empty for 3 days. Sooner or later, everyone abandons you. Damn! Reflect. Did I leave the cage open? Crows are sharp, sure, but they can't pick locks. Damn. Crafting bench. Crafting bench allows you to check your knowledge tab and craft items. The knowledge tab is a collection of all crafting recipes you know at the current time. Find new knowledge exploring, speaking to people, or trading to unlock new recipes. To craft an item, select its recipe from the knowledge tab. Make sure you have all the required materials with you, and then click craft item. Was that a whole... Okay, I was worried that this was a whole periodic table, and I was like, what am I banking? We can make bandages, and we can make onion soup right now. And that's all we know how to make. But we don't have the ingredients. I need water. I have 2 onions. I need more onions. I need rags. There were about 20 work overalls hanging and only 1 evening suit. They say you know a person by their wardrobe. I love that. Fuck you. I'm beautiful. Mirrors don't lie. Examine face. The wrinkles betray all 43 of your cycles on your shoulders. Damn. You've passed your youth down to the new generations. Move along. Nothing to see here. Except for the mustache, of course. You've got a beautiful mustache. You're goddamn right. Look at it. None of it that I could grow. Beer is accumulating on your hips, adding to your love handles. But they also highlight your crazy obliques. All in all, you look good for a terminal patient. A thick black fog spreads around your heart. Behind the fog, there's a faint light. It's you. It's so shy you could deny it, bend it, or even transform it. Check your heart rate. You're no doctor. You're just counting beats to show off. How will they remember me? If you're lucky, you're better than you were. I love this. I actually find this fantastic. A package from the Gavin industry. You won't be able to open it easily. Gavin Industry was famous for its formidable supplies of glue and adhesive tapes. One of the few privatized companies left in London stock. Work bag, left alone for 57 days. You love paid vacation. Hey, let's take all of that. What is that? Work badge? Yeah, we need that. That's cool. Let's open the drawer. Got some tally. That's probably money of some kind. On the bedside table, there was a glass of tap water and an empty bottle of medical opioids. Don't worry, Wield. They'll refresh us again later. So he's got an opioid addiction of some kind. That's probably why he doesn't remember anything. Man's high on opium. Yeah. Undercover the Percivals. Double-click to add to library. Alright, that's cool. Mon Romano, Murder at the Dusk of the Thesis. Add that one to the library. Dude, hell yeah. This room is full of stuff. My stash. Okay, we can have a stash. We can hide stuff in the stash. I like that. Multi-magnetic screwdriver. We've got scissors down here, some bandages, some tally. We'll keep the work badge on us. We'll add that to the library, because we got that. Wieldmare had already packed the bags in case of defeat. During the kind journal of the 36th day of Jumanath, in fact, all the citizens of the fief were urged to back their bags in case of atomic conflict. Okay, so we're in an atomic era. London Scotch, not implemented. More bandages. There was about 3 centimeters of dust spread over the entire surface. The drawer was overflowing with ink pens. Every arc to fight district illiteracy, the factory would offer a pack of pens to all employees. However, there were always more pens than paper. I'm wondering what time period an arc is. It seems cycles might be like a year. It's probably a year, and I guess an arc might be a month. The drawer was stuck. Ooh. Examine it. It's not locked. It just seems like your beer from yesterday has been completely absorbed by the wood. The Middle Moor was land of the Balbi, trees whose wood had extraordinary fireproof abilities due to its high hydration properties. Great for preventing fires at work, terrible for furniture. One last thing. Shit. Literally feces packed into a large tin can. The sewage system of Winston was shut down in the 2003 cycle, following the Great Energy Crisis. Since then, citizens have been required to deliver their feces to the fief to contribute to peat production. Oh, we poop in a barrel. Yeah. Get some pipe junk. I like that. Continue. Let's go dump that in our stash, actually. Pipe junk. All right, wait. Last thing is this. The usual sound of leaking pipes is reassuring. Let's get out of here. Kindcast guy. Citizens of Londonstock, you have nothing to fear. Those liberal pigs haven't got left long to live. Following the approval of the LMA referendum, the Damage Control Brigade intensified its operations in the inner districts. It will all be fine. The Lundox district will soon cease hostilities. Kofopo's days are numbered. You're my bitch, you yellow punk. Got it? This guy's very mad. He's full of rage. Wield, help! He's trying to kill me! Scene 7A. Egbert was beating Wojtek up in the living room. Egbert's hands were dripping with blood and showed no signs of stopping. A regular day at the office. Clock in or run for it. No, we're gonna fight him. Combat. Combat in Glasshouse isn't always about bloodshed. You can talk to your opponent out of fighting, or attack, and give in to violence. Use items in your inventory to gain an advantage. I'm gonna talk reason into the opponent. Let's de-escalate this. Egbert, why are you doing this? Select talk options to lower your opponent's threat. The options available are influenced by your political build, and each one requires at least one POV to use. Target weak points, green. The higher your POV, the easier it is to damage your opponent's threat. Avoid strong points, red. You suffer threat damage equal to your opponent's POV. Each time you use a talk option, its dice decreases until it can no longer be used. At the start of each turn, any unused talk options dice are increased. Opponents react differently to each talk option based on their political build. Find their weak points through dialogue or trial and error. We have Persuasive +3. It's a D10. Let's do it. 9 +3. Go back to your room. I'll deal with him.
Huh?
But you've never even managed to make him clean the house. His threat dropped. That's rude. Let's be sensible, right? I'm not seeing green on any of these. Consequence unknown. Persuasive is 3 plus dice roll -0. Approach with a D6. It's behind me? Under his face? This you're talking about? Oh, I see. Your opponent's confute cretism. Influence the effectiveness of talk approach. Neutral, not effective approach. Okay, so we gotta choose a different approach. We're gonna try sensible this time. I see now. I understand. I got a 10 out of 10. There's love in you. Don't repress it.
Huh?
You smoked a joint, didn't you? Oh, that's red. That's bad. Oh, shit. I didn't realize there was a space bar. I didn't realize there was a quick time event. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we know that sensibility is wrong. He's not very sensible. Your opponent's holisticism influenced the effectiveness of talk approach. They have disbelief. So we'll want to do anarchism, which we don't have any points in. We could do subversive, but it's unavailable. Unavailable. Let's try aggressive. Consequences unknown. Roll to 5. You fight as ungracefully as a narwhal.
Huh?
That works. We got a +3 to it. Counter turn. Aggressive is good. We like that. But we don't want to do it too many times in a row, so I'm going to go persuasive this time because it's a D10. That sucked. Would you have me fetch the DCB?
Huh?
Most tediously centrist thing I've ever heard. Combat force surrender. When you force surrender with your threat is higher than your opponent's, the bigger difference in threat, the easier the roll. End combat without violence by succeeding a force surrender roll. I rolled a 9. They rolled a 4. Stop it. Stop fighting. Egbert cleaned the blood from his mouth with his lens cloth. Oh, he's so mad. Egbert abandoned Flat 28, leaving Wojciech in a heap of scraps behind him. Thanks for stepping in, old man. Look at that. Why does everybody cool have cool mustaches? Ridiculous. He's got a tiny cup, though. Are you planning to keep jerking each other off? Do we need to remind you that you have a dormitory to feed? Thanks, Bran. You're the nicest thing to me, Bran. You're the best. Let me check the mail. There's a message from Flat 26, sent at 16.38 yesterday. Wojciech, I'll stop by tomorrow morning around 4. We'll read the last chapter of Moors in Uniform, okay? Introduced into production toward the end of 1700 cycle, the pneumatic postal systems help bridge distances and unite the people of great cities. The PPTS communicated exclusively within the building itself. During the rifle strike, they proved essential in secretly coordinating the new youth towards the feudocratic coup. There's so many, like, sections of lore. Refined Phonomatic Dynamics MK2, a masterpiece of engineering and mechanical precision. That means my internal monologue, like, my character likes it. It belongs to the dormitory. Don't get used to it. That's what I'm seeing it as. I don't know if that's accurate. More books. That's cool. Let's try the other one. More pipe junk. I'm just looting the room, you know. It's Egberth's couch. You can't sit here. Roleplay. Pretend to be Egbert. You feel like a criminal. The brocade doesn't suit your ass. Tends to push you away. Get off my couch. It's your chair. You fought for it. Oh. You ever just... You know? You ever... You ever? Yeah. What a beautiful game, man. Wojciech's favorite chair. It's a totally different song. It's really interesting, actually. Yeah. Really interesting. I want to talk to them a lot about the music. Because it's very pretty. It is Wojciech's cleaning shift, don't worry. Alright, maybe I'll help you up off the floor. Blood on his face, joint between his lips. He seems pleased with himself. All good? Oh. Can I take a buff? Sure, but I warned you. This one hits like a train. You feel rehydrated, incredibly motivated to do no evil. Need a hand getting up? Nah, dust coat. Let me chill here for a bit longer. Mind cleaning up your blood afterwards? That should be Egberth's job. Yeah, maybe you're right. Duh. What were you fighting over? I kindly tried to express my disapproval of the referendum. And he started saying racist shit. Like that we have sex with our sisters where we come from. Classic Egbert. This lockdown is driving us crazy. Dusko, take it from me. Egbert broke inside a long time ago. He's an idiot. You know that. An idiot you defend far too often. This is the great... What a game. All good? I think he broke my nose. I need a smoke. Classic. Is that my stash? Nice. I kind of want to put these records in there. I think those are quite cool. Love the idea of that. Firewood is running out. Fire dances tiredly. It's starving. Your flesh can barely feel it. Am I disappointing the fire? That's a weird question. It'll forgive you, eventually. I feel gaslighted. That was funny. It's gas lamping, by the way, chat. It's not gas lighting. Common misconception. Yeah, gas lamping. Yeah. Don't get gas lamped on which one is correct. Luckily, Wojciech has a green thumb. You and Egbert would have massacred everything. Nails. Alright. Get some wood junk. Maybe I can make something good out of this. A wardrobe full of women's work uniforms. After 17 cycles, the smell remains, as does the pain. That's not great. Alcohol for everyone. Alright, there we go. What about this chair? I love how many locations you can just stop and sit and it plays music. And the music kind of comes through as like what his emotional state is sitting in that spot. It's just kind of nice. No, that's good. I think it just adds to the atmosphere. Yeah, it's vibes. A lot of games don't put that in, of just being able to sit down and like just chill. You know? Tune in. Good morning, London stock. This program may contain explicit references and is intended for an adult audience. It is not suitable for anyone under 16 cycles. So 16, yeah, cycles is years. Comrades, this is Copperjack speaking from Seabrim Tower. My goodness, I have no words, comrades. If it didn't exist, we wouldn't have to invent it. I'm obviously talking about Margrave Delvin, who from today we're calling the Reasonable Radical. Listen to what he did. Hold on tight, comrades. In the 2006 cycle, he entered district politics in Winston, with the Radical Party and became the youngest Margrave by 2015. In the 2020th cycle, he ran for a second time, but this time, no comrades. No comrades. He was running with the Citizen Reform Party. And you might be asking yourselves, but Jack, who did he team up with in the 2025 elections? But of course, with the Citizen Moderates Party, you fools. I think it's really interesting to, like, there's so many political references, like so many different directions for this. I'm a little bit lost, but it's more like there's a lot of world happening, and I feel like you're just at the edges of it, right? The planet of Syntesi, the irrefutable proof that we live on a sphere. So it's not Earth. Egbert claims it's a basin. That's why Wojciech placed it in front of his room. He's not a flat earther, dude. He's a basin earther. Oh, shit. There's a series of invoices from the 1827 cycle addressed to Manzoni's Butchery, the past life of this building. Nice. Sharp junk. Basin earther. That's going to be one of my new favorite conspiracies, by the way. Wojciech's little brother. The brushstrokes were subdued, full of respect. So he likes his little brother. Wojciech's workbench was flooded with brushes and somber colors. Yoink, yoink, yoink. My stuff. Should have left it out. Sebastian, Wojciech's hometown fief. The brushstrokes were fleeting, almost resentful. So he hated where he came from. He respected his brother greatly. Wojciech's father. The brushstrokes were harsh, especially around the sides, where the belt cinched tight. His father was abusive. Hit him with the belt. Wojciech's little magical and illegal greenhouse. Illegal? Are you not allowed to grow plants? 2 cycles ago, when Egbert found out, he reported him to the DCB. That day, 3 vassals stormed into Wojciech's room, but found nothing. Luckily, Argo was at the window when he saw the patrols approaching the dormitory. You should steal a few plants, strictly for medical purposes. Okay, so he's growing weed. Yoink. Oh, it's a sin leaf. Shit. I don't have any room. Damn it. What if I... Hold up. I'm gonna go back to my stash. Yeah, I guess it's about witch plants. So they have effectively a weed in the game, but it's called sin leaf. More onions in there. We're gonna keep the tally on me. I'm gonna put the tools all the way over here. Reorganizing everything. Yeah, I have scissors. So far I really enjoy this game for exploration. I really like the setting that it's providing. I'm deeply interested in the emotional state of the characters, the interactions there, and I'm making assumptions, right? Things like this, where it says the brushstrokes were harsh, especially around the sides, where the belt cinched tight. I take that as the character was hit by his dad, by the belt, right? Because each of the paintings, it's trying to put like an emphasis on an aspect of the way that the brushstrokes work and how that ties back to one of his memories. So what I take from this is that the first one shows that he has deep respect for his brother. He hated where he lived, and he doesn't like his father very much, and his father was abusive. So, like, I don't know if that's true, but that's the assumption right now, right? And I think it's quite cool, you know? I'm gonna use the scissors, get some sin leaf off of that. Yeah, so I really like this. I really like the amount of detail and kind of love crafted into that. I don't know if I'm accurate on that, but it feels that way so far. An opinion on his tastes. Progressist, anarchist, woke. Hard to tell. There's literally a bit of everything. Don't be afraid of culture. So he's more a bit of all of it. Long rolling paper. You stand before the source of chaos. The chimera rises, stirs the masses, and leaves behind onion peels. His bed is full of peels of onion. Jesus. Alright. Yeah, it's very Disco Elysium in some respects. I think it's quite beautiful. Let's go into the latrine. You try to open the door, but the handle snaps off. Great. Egbert warned you to screw the storage room handle in properly. We're going to use the multi-magnetic screwdriver on it. Got it. Love that. The handle snaps in. Really, really like that. Little mini-games like that. Yeah. At the end of every quint, the DCB delivers rations to the people of Londonstock. Every quint, the rations got smaller. The people were hungry. 6 ration parcels and 5 apartments left. 7 tenants to be fed. Yikes. So the city is rotting. That's basically what's happening here. Laundry? They never worked. Egbert prefers to bathe on the roof with rainwater. Limescale and hair everywhere. How can you be the leader of all of us if you can't even manage your own bathroom? Yeah. I like that the choir is like his angered internal monologue, or less filtered thoughts. No interaction available. But I want to take a shit. Liar. That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Very funny, dude. I'm gonna go dump all my stuff in my stash again. I might go craft something. I want to see if I can craft, because I've got, like, a lot of material now. I seem to have a lot of things, right? I'm gonna keep the ration with me. We'll do that. I may go try to craft to see if I can turn that sin leaf and long rolling paper into something. You know, you never know. That's the wrong way. There was another door up top that I didn't go into. I thought that was the way back out. That's where I was. Yeah, oopsies, I rolled this. We'll go up here. So what is this door? Egbert locked it, of course. Reflect on your frustration. If everything belongs to everyone, then you have the right to enter his room. You're the deputy condo chief. No piece of wood or flesh can shut itself in front of you. You feel an overwhelming pathological urge to picklock this door. Alright. Fair. Go back in here. And then we'll go to my crafting bench. Let's see what we can make. Anything cool? What if we do a sin leaf? Let's see. Lockpick? We can do that. Yeah. I have the parts, so if I've got the parts here, we do have to place them. I've crafted 2 of those. Alright, that's good. A joint! I could, in fact, actually craft this. Nice. Funny. All the Indiecember games have been great. Yeah, they're phenomenal, dude. I'm absolutely blown away by this one. I'm very interested in the world that they have crafted. And I'm going quite slow because I'm trying to learn about what they are creating, what they're doing. Also, I'm going to lockpick my way into that room. Yeah. Yeah. In terms of I got to play it ASAP, this tops the list for you. Good. Use the lockpick. Boop. 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 My door now. Steal all your stuff. An opinion on his taste. So radically left-wing, he loops around and ends up on the right. That's very funny. The table is neat and clean. His rigor is annoying. Yoink. Just looting your room, dude. Don't worry about it. Egbert's workbench was a graveyard of impossible distances and fated projects. Egbert was accustomed to writing down thoughts and motivational phrases on little scraps of paper. Process and productivity. Trust in the means of production. The end justifies the means. I can be better. By Juno's breast, how many did he write? Right. You're his best friend. Or maybe his only one. You have every right to do this. I don't think so. I think this is... The choir is your internal monologue, and it feels like I'm rationalizing the shitty behavior that I'm doing right now in the game. Was Devereaux right? Devereaux was wrong. More exercise. It's not my fault. I deserve the promotion to Deputy Condo Chief. This is personal. Yeah. The drawer was overflowing with ink pens. Nothing important. Inside the drawer is smaller than it seems from the outside. Oh, there's a false bottom. You notice 4 small bolts at the edges of the wooden plate. Use the MMS. Coagulant and bandages. That's interesting. Why would he be hiding that? Right? That's a bit weird to hide that, right? Am I wrong? Then again, I just stole it from him, so maybe hiding it was fine. Hey, buddy. Stole his shit. Egbert looks pissed off. What were you fighting over? He was grumbling about the referendum, something about them militarizing the DCB, and a whole load of other rot. Can you believe it? They attack us and we're supposed to spread our arse cheeks wide, take it and then thank them for the pleasure. Ridiculous. Maybe you should... Wow. That is right. The last thing our districts need are more weapons going around. These options are wild, dude. You guys are amazing. Like, actually incredible. Yeah. The lad is right. The last thing our districts need are more weapons going around. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna go with 3. It's gonna piss him off. You know what I think about all this, brother? All good? Ask that yellow lying on the floor. Ooh. So he says yellow like a racist term would be. Not like he's a coward. Yeah. Relax. There's still hope. Love that. Look at the background. Yeah. It's got very Disco Elysium vibes right now. In a very good way. Different direction, different time period. Different. Good. This looks like an outside door. No? Barely a second after knocking, a weak, ill voice came through the crack in the door. Has the food arrived, by any chance? Tim has a fast metabolism. He could think of nothing else except fattening himself up. Furthermore, he loved to peer through the peephole in the window. Voyeur, the gossip would say. Oi, Big T! The Argo's newborn isn't crying today. I finally managed to sleep in peace. Until you started trading... Trading pun? Punches. Not funny. You deputy condo chief, grow up. I didn't mean to make fun of his stutter. Was just trying to choose the option. Shit. About the rations. Listen, comrade. Today I really don't feel well. I'm just skin and bone. Could you give me 2? I can't. I can't do that. No, that's not what it... No! Look at that! Look at that internal monologue! No more rations until next week. Deliver 1 ration. We don't have enough to go around. May Juno be with you, comrade. Tim won't forget this. I can't. We have 6 rations and 7 people. Someone's going hungry. It's not a good idea. Hands up where I can see him. Hildebrand. Who are you? Liberal. I'm not selling my house, you got that? Hildebrand was getting senile. One of those harmless old people who pissed on Yellow's doorsteps. That rifle's a pre-war artifact. Like shit that thing can fire anymore. I'm Wildmare, your neighbor at number 28. The barrel of the rifle stopped trembling and was trained on Wildmare's head. Bollocks. Godwin's been dead for years. Godwin is my father and I am his son. Oh, are you? And I'm Fitzroy, Bold Buckler. Fitzroy was a patron of the military class and one of the 5 founding fathers of Londonstock. He led the rifle strike to the Royal Palace in 1828. Armed with rifle and buckler shield, he died an honorable death, burned at the stake. I'm a little afraid of one thing, right? If I choose raise your hands, does it mean like this or like this? It's a little different. You know what I mean? I don't know which raise your hands it means. Let's take a chance. Oh, thank God. Wildmare lifted his hands to the sky, knowing no god was there to save him. What do you want from me, you swine? I'm here to give you rations. Take it easy. Then show me your dick first. Wait. What? What? He's not trying it on with you. He just wants to check that you're circumcised, like those from the oil. Do I have to? If you don't show me your dick, I'll kill you. What? What is happening? In different circumstances, that would be a compliment. What have you done? What have you done? Yep. Ah, even that toy gun, you couldn't even conquer a tavern. You show it, and then he makes fun of it. What a game. Hildebrand put his rifle down. Good choice, little soldier. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's an action that if you were playing Disco Elysium, your character would die from the emotional damage. That is horrific. What have you done? And then he calls you little soldier afterwards. He's put sandbags up in front of his house. God damn it. The flag of the feudal Republic of Londonstock. A gear resting on 5 foundational pillars. Reflect on the 5 foundational fathers. Juno of None, worker martyr, mother and pillar of the working class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Fitzroy, fearless shield, father and pillar of the military class. So that was Fitzroy we just found out about. May the hollow gap be kind to you. So when you die, I guess it's the hollow gap. Aliana, the magnanimous, mother and pillar of the bourgeoisie class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Leighton, the inventor, father and pillar of the developer class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Devereaux, professor, father and pillar of the middle class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. I like that my stash is just kind of always readily available, you know? Yeah, it's a hierarchy-based system that leans to the left a little. Kind of a little bit. I think it's really interesting because it's like, it's very extreme and clearly rotting, right? Like their system of government, in the way that it functions, is not working. The flag of the feudal Republic of Londonstock. Nationalism, feudalism, religion, all synonyms. It's not a matter of faith, but of trust. Seems more like a matter of expectations. You're alone beneath the flag. The sky over the 80th district, cold and tumultuous. Hildebrand served on the border with de oil for over 12 cycles. Hey man, here to give you food. Kindcast is covering the recent explosion at factory number 32. It's terrifying what's happened in the Londonstock district, or Lundox district. Trust me, young man, take up arms. The liberals are coming. All right. Yeah, Grandpa. Examine. The Hildebrand loved keeping watch over the neighborhood. Professional deformation. Observe the horizon. Black and straw-colored smoke, columns slashed across the leaden sky. Ever wonder why Kofobo is obsessed with yellow? It represents the Aurelia Floriaris. The Aurelia Floriaris was a flower native to the western lands, birthplace of Confutocratish thought, if I could speak. So you're telling me they're fighting here, east of the globe, for a flower from the west. Smells like cultural appropriation to me. Beauregard isn't grilling onions. Strange. The morning scent of Beauregard's grilled sweat was legendary. The imposing statue of Juno had watched over all of Windstand for more than 150 cycles. That day, however, her face was veiled in smoke from the warring districts. She can't see us today. Observe the streets of Windstand. The streets were nearly deserted. They seemed to have lost all purpose. Look at those DCB vassals laughing down there near Gunther's Emporium. Now they're free to piss wherever they want. I like how gritty and just kind of direct this game is. A lot of games kind of pull punches and stuff like that. They wouldn't do a scenario in the way that we just saw. They wouldn't show that kind of tension or go like all in on it, and they did. And I find that fascinating. I can't wait to ask the devs about it, because a lot of games would shy away from all of this. All of this. So they didn't. And that's very interesting to me. Yeah. There's a dead squirrel on the pan. Okay. You're mostly Italians. The devs. Ooh, we're gonna talk about it. Oi, youngster, hands off that. Just want to shoot it, man. Don't worry about it. See your desk. Collection of notes on squirrel anatomy and radio frequency science. We'd love to say we're surprised, but... Oi, who said you could snoop through my stuff? Here, let me do that and you won't know about it. Looks like his tub hasn't seen water in many days. So he doesn't wash himself. He's ready for the war. And he's doing radio frequency and squirrel research. Hildebrand appeared confused. All good? The look of 1,000 warriors became that of a bewildered young boy. Oh, youngster, is it you? My head is exploding. Don't worry. Everything's all right. Everything's all right? War is at our gates, comrade. Don't underestimate Doyle. Jesus, dude. We're not even at war with the fiefdom of Doyle. Doyle, Kofopo, Fablarica, same scum. Anyone who doesn't dream in our language is an enemy. Yeah, he's lost it. He's gone all in. You scared me. Well, at least I'm more vigorous than my... Wow. Regarding the rations. About time. I'm hungry. Okay. Have your rations, dude. You're an interesting character. I'll say that much. An interesting lad. Oh wait, we can go up more. I'm gonna go up more. Or not? Maybe we can't go up this? It looks like I cannot. Okay. I thought I could climb that, maybe. What is it? Oh, wait. You're the guy we already talked to. Have you seen my bird? I saw him flying up to the 3rd floor 2 days ago. God damn it. Information comes at a price. I'm hungry. He's gonna make a complaint about our rationing. I gave him 1 ration. Bastard. Absolute monster. If it's up on the 3rd floor, how do we get up there? Is this the 3rd floor? Is my bird in here? Do you have my bird, dude? Give me my bird. Have you seen my bird? What bird? It was worth a shot. Why are there squirrels in your pants? Caught them at Thesis Dawn. I was hungry. Deep down, you know there's genius in him. Alright. My damn bird. It's missing. I want my bird, Chet. What's their favorite food? Gnocchi? Oh, you were linking a wiki page to gnocchi. Gnocchi is good. Gnocchi is delicious. Oh. What did I just cough up? What is that? What is that? What is that? Why is it moving? Thou hast come upon the bottle's very end. Every quint, your blood turns darker than the one before. Don't be dramatic. I'm merely running low on pills. Time. You are running short. Statistically, I'm right in line with the average. Numbers. The death of flesh. You are just another negative entry on the last page of this cycle's feudal demographic report. I'm dying. I look strong, but I'm dying. No answer. I'm Wheeled Mare from number 28, dormitory rounds. No answer. No one respects your authority. You should tell McKenna the real authority. Ear to the keyhole. No crying, no family fight. Only a carillon playing the notes of Honey Bring Me Back to the Heat. They're dead in there, aren't they? They're definitely dead in there. You can hear the noise of small feet treading on broken glass. Who is it? Sigga, Lady of Glass. She believed herself to be made of glass, and as such, was scared of shattering. To keep her shards together, she had the habit of sinking methamphetamine cocktails, on doctor's orders, of course. Hey Sig, all good? The wall was creaking last night. It wasn't the wind. You talking about apartment 26? I looked behind the wallpaper. There was nothing there, you understand? Are you saying the walls fell? I've seen behind the wallpaper. The Argos pipes go all the way underground, where God is. Since when did they move God to the lower floors? Of course, I'll have it seen that you have your bricks replaced. The crows have stopped their singing. There is no hope left. About the rations. Speaking of which, have you got any coagulant to give me? I do. Egbert uses it to stop his nosebleeds. I got a coagulant for you. Wait. Where did I put it? Huh. I guess I put it in my stash. I'm gonna go grab it, and then we're gonna get the devs on. Give me just one more interaction. Just one more interaction. Do I have it? Where did it go? Oh, I gave it to her automatically? Okay, I was really confused. I was like, is it gone? That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't realize I gave it to her. I was like, I thought I had to go, like, hand it to her, and I thought I'd put it in my stash. I got confused. That door has flies by it. They're totally dead. Here's your ration. Thank you, Will. You're the glue that keeps us together. Argo was supposed to fix the leaks last Quint. Let's hear the music in this one. Yeah, the flies are around all the shit pile here, but there's nothing out that door. That's not good. We need to find out if those people are even alive. A replica of the white flag raised by the Death Nation, Bolden Isle. I mean, you know, like, you know what I mean? I mean, why not, right? Who's gonna stop me? I'm dying. Yoink. The feces are ready to be sent to the Feudal Energy Department. Send a pneumatic message. Huh. Do we live in time? Is this whole game inside of the glass house? That's what I think it is. Wield, is that you? Oi, what are you daft codfish for? Get in. Alright. And with that, let's go pull the devs in for an interview. I'm going to pop the ads so we don't get interrupted. See you in just a moment. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, absolutely.
Fantastic. It's nice to meet you, by the way.
Likewise. By the way, you were almost at the end of the demo, like
Was
10
I?
minutes or so.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm really enjoying it, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, I can see it, and I'm really glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. When I saw your guys' game on social media, I was immediately like, that's for me.
Yeah. I'm really glad to hear it. Totally. It's a nice feeling, you know, because we are developing it since 4 years, and we never got that much attention until that month, so last month.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are now. Very, very much so. And what you're making is quite cool.
So give me just like a minute, so because I'm not talkative right now because I'm rolling a cigarette.
Fair. We got 5 seconds
Yeah,
of the ads anyway, so it's cool.
Yeah. From time to time, you will hear me like rolling papers and such, and
No
taking
worries at all.
coffees and all of the stereotypical stuff from the Italians.
Very Italian. Got it. All right. The ads have ended. But yeah, if you'd like to introduce yourself and let chat know who you are and what you're working on. It's nice meeting you, by the way.
Hello, chat. I'm Giacomo Montagnoli, the creative director of Glasshouse, which doesn't mean I don't think I can say bad words.
You could
which
say 'em.
doesn't mean any. Yeah. So which?
As long as it's not like
Yeah.
racist or
I mean,
yeah.
you read it. Yeah. I mean, you read it since the beginning of this
Yep.
live stream. So, yeah. So, which doesn't mean shit because as an indie game developer, I also wear multiple hats, and because of that, I'm also the level designer, but mainly I am the writer of Glasshouse. So sometime I'm also the producer, sometime I'm the social media manager, and then there's 24 other people that do something like 15 other roles. So we are a bit of everything.
And I saw from the start of the game, it said that you guys did this with no budget. Can you describe that for me and explain what that means? Like entirely no budget.
Yeah, entirely no budget because sadly we are 25 people, and believe me, there's not a single person inside of the collective that have a rich dad or a rich mother. So sadly, we did all of this during our spare time with €0, $0. Uh, in fact, I believe that we are at like minus 2,000 euros or something like that in order to, pay the licenses and the software utilized to make this game. So yeah,
I think that is
no,
to
sorry.
me, to me that is amazing. You guys all working together on something with no budget whatsoever, and you're doing it just in spare time, and you've made something incredibly beautiful, like very, very much so. That's awesome. I know that must be very, very tough. Obviously, like making something like that is very hard on normal terms, but doing it with absolutely no budget whatsoever is incredible. So, absolute props to you. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But that's how we indie game dev rolls, no?
Yeah.
As the others that precede me came before me. So during this amazing event, which is in December. But yeah, not all of us work into the video game industry. Like me, for example, I am a filmmaker. So this is my first game. And then there are other people that, like most of the people within Flat 28 Collective, are like students or junior 3D artists and such. So yeah, that's what we are doing during our spare time of the spare time, because we also need to have fun from time to time, right?
Yeah, fair.
But we are having it with this game. Otherwise, we would not develop it since May 2022. So we're having a lot of fun doing it.
That's fantastic. And you guys are not, you're not out in early access, you're not out with the demo yet, but you have a coming soon. Do you have an idea about when you want to launch, and if you're going to launch into a state of early access or anything like that, or if you'll just put a demo out?
We have some ideas. Like we are looking for, of course, we are looking for funding. So we do have a business plan, but so far we didn't manage to find a publisher. So we will see. We are trying to understand what to do. We have a plan B, C toward the fucking Z, and then we will see. We might consider, a distribution approach like Deltarune or Kentucky Road Zero, because the game is composed by Prologue, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and Exodus. So it would be perfect to to distribute episodically if we end up on the self-publishing route. But we will see, because there's no track record, of actually having a CRPG like this, Planescape Torment, like in an episodic form. So, or it's a great idea and we are geniuses, or it's a shitty idea, and I'm more leaning to the latter one.
You think it's a shit idea? Really?
Yeah, there's no track record, so I can see if this thing work for this kind of genre. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. We might end up before trying the episodic plan to do a Kickstarter, but then again, after Star Citizen doing Kickstarters it's really difficult. We might need the help from a PR firm, but when I say that we are poor as fuck, I mean it. we are really poor as fuck, so we
Yeah.
could not afford it. So we will see. We will see.
I think this is exactly your guys' game is exactly the reason that I wanted to do Indiecember, man. Like you guys have something that you're incredibly passionate about. You have a game that looks beautiful, feels beautiful, has incredible writing, and the music is impeccable, and you just need eyes. That's the only thing that this game needs, legitimately. I'm interested in what you guys want a publisher for. Is it just funding, or is it funding and marketing?
Oh no, we need from publishers. We need everything, like literally everything. We
Yeah.
need help in terms of production because we are basically noobs. So all of the stuff that we are doing, of course, some of the people inside the collective already published a game, but this is the first game under the roof of this team. Okay, and
Yeah.
plus. None of the people who are working in this game ever worked on a game big like this. Okay, so of course we need help in terms of production, business plan, and then it's a CRPG. So of course it's a little bit tricky, but there's the localization bit,
Yep.
and when you are doing a game which is not big as Disco Elysium text was like more than the Bible itself, but this game will be like the max cap will be between 200,000 and 350,000. And of course, you need to localize it in
Yep.
Russian, Ukrainian, in simplified Chinese, Spanish, German, and such. So most of the time, we get rejected by publishers because they realize that the localizations cost are higher than the game itself, than the cost of the development itself. So we are always stuck in this bit. And then people they also ask us for voice acting, which is even
That's so
worse.
expensive. No, that's crazy expensive. Voice acting is incredible.
We will find a way.
I don't think a lot of people realize how expensive voice acting really is. They don't realize, and it is. You are right. It is incredibly expensive. Have you guys thought about doing? You said doing a crowdfunding round, but you're a little bit worried not having the reach that you need, right? In order for that to succeed.
Yeah. Because of course we are for a game like this, even though we are developing it since almost 4 years, and we did like a crazy pre-production of 2 years in which we rebooted the game twice. But I don't think like it's already hard to like do a first Kickstarter round and you ask for I don't know 75,000 euros, but for a game like ours, you know this word, right? Right. So you can imagine that it would be like a lot more. So I don't know if to ask for a symbolic price, because whatever, we are going to end this game one way or another. But when you are developing when you're developing games like this, the most difficult part is to keep the team together.
Yeah.
During so lengthy development time, life can be in the middle, and then we have the 3D artist that have a son and needs to do overtime job in order to pay the rent,
Stuff,
pay the
yeah.
food, and so stuff. So you never know. Like
Yeah.
if tomorrow our lead environment artist dies, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing, right?
That's scary. Yeah, no, it is
we
very
need
scary.
we need money to buy more time from the people.
That makes sense.
I don't want to look like a master slaver.
No.
That, but that's the thing.
I understand this position you're in entirely. I really do, and I think the thing that I feel after playing through your guys' demo, you guys don't have the demo up, right? You don't have it.
Oh
I
wait,
can't see it.
but we did a playtest between the 27th of November and the 11th of December.
Okay.
But if you want, I can make like an announcement. We are going to make a Christmas playtest. I don't know if we managed to do it like later today after this live, or tomorrow. I don't know. I need to listen to what my lead developer suggests,
Yeah.
and we will see.
Because for me, the way that I felt about this game is I was like, oh, that's pretty cool when I was on social media. Playing it through, and even just the section that I played in the demo, was incredibly compelling. So I think that if you guys did something like a crowdfunding round and put the demo out there with it and made that so that it was completely playable and showed them the Steam page and showed them that this is going to be a thing, you guys would do very well on Kickstarter. There are a lot of people that love this kind of game, very much so. You have a lot of people that are more interested in the genre because of games like Disco Elysium, and as long as they have something they can play that they can touch, it means a lot more to them. So I do think you guys can make this, and I don't know if there's a publisher out there that would be able to tackle that right in the beginning, because you're right, publishers are afraid of very large localization projects. That's a scary thing to offload because they're trying to get rid of risk. But you have a community of people that are definitely going to be interested in this, and that's where crowdfunding picks up, where publishers fall away. So I do think that route would work very well for you guys, honestly, because this is very good, and you guys have made something really amazing, and once the demo's in people's hands, they'll see that. Personally, that's how I feel.
Thank you, really. Thank you so much. This is very important to hear it, and I hope it's effectively like that. But
Yeah.
we do have a plan. Like we didn't use Steam Next playtest yet. So the thing is, we did the playtest to not use the demo part, and because we have 47,000 wish list, and we want to wait a little bit before putting out the demo using Steam Next Fest and sending out all of the mails to the wish listed people around the world. So we are like, and we want to wait because this was a playtest and it's not still feature complete. Like you've seen it with some object like the alcohol and such. There's this system which is the inherent vice system, in which you can drink stuff and temporarily modify your political compass. And for the demo, we want to do something even bigger, like with a bit of the prologue, action packed. And then you start again in the apartment. You wake up in front of the window. But we wanted to do something more bigger and near our vision.
Is the reason that you guys want to do that for the demo because you don't feel like you've put enough into the demo? You want it to be more compelling for people, or is there another reason?
Like there's a lot of stuff that we need to get better to, in order to reach, I think, a bigger audience, which is, there's a lot of stuff to do in terms of UI, especially UX. There's a lot to do in terms of UX. Like when I saw you fighting in combat, based on your questions and the way you were acting, I could understand how bad the UX was. So especially because it's a complex system. Because it's a complex system, so there's a lot of more juice to add, and then we are also developing a system of index, in which at some point of the live you talk about the fact that there's so many words and you feel like on the edge of something, but you can't understand properly
I'm okay with
everything.
That, to be clear, the UI, I am a dumbass. Let's put that out there, right? Number one, I am a dumbass, and I'm streaming. I'm going to miss tons of UI cues. That being said, if they were moved up into the side, it would make sense. So I don't think it's a major issue as much as that. I think it's kind of like a minor UI placement thing, right? But the edge of a story, that made me compelled. Like the idea that it was like, there's so many fragments. It was like, he woke up, he doesn't remember anything. It's like you're pulling at the threads on a sweater. That's what makes me compelled to find out more about your world. So I like that. I really liked that, actually. So even if I don't know the answers yet, that's okay.
And I get it. I'm on your side, but on the other side,
sure.
I don't want to be like I don't know, Warhammer Rogue Trader, that you need a PhD to understand what's happening.
Fair.
Okay, so because we can't afford it for new people because we are not a brand like Warhammer. So we are developing this index system in which there are, highlighted keywords in which if you hover the mouse on it, you will see a sort of Glasshouse Wikipedia or something in order to help people. So there's a lot of stuff, more animation that we would like to achieve before getting to the demo because we don't want to waste it. Basically, we don't want
Sure.
to waste that opportunity, and it doesn't need to be perfect, but we want to be close to it.
I think the biggest thing is once you get a demo out there, you start getting feedback from people, you kind of get out of your own head of like, what are people going to want? Because they'll start telling you. And I think for me, the experience that I had in there, I learned everything that I needed to know from the director butting in and telling me about the context of certain things. And the things that I didn't know, I felt like that was okay, and I'm going to learn from the other objects and start piecing things together. Like the context you guys put down as a very good example in this is in the paintings. The way that he did the brushstrokes on that told me about his life, right?
I
That
loved
character's
the
life.
process of
Yeah.
thought behind those paintings.
They're
Because I
brilliant.
loved writing that part. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad you catch it.
I'm really glad because it came through immediately, and I was like, I understand exactly what this developer is trying to tell me. I understand exactly where this character's coming from. This was done really well. And you never explicitly said it. You just left hints at it. And I think that feels to a person, I like CRPGs, and to a person like me that likes this kind of a thing, it's like you feel gratitude or like an accomplishment when you figure it out, even a little way, even if you don't get any confirmation from the game. Like that feels good to be like, I understand what they're saying there. And I think you've done a very, very good job of that. So I wouldn't second guess yourself, honestly. I think you've done very well here. Like the game is doing exactly what I would want it to, I guess, from a player perspective.
Yeah, I think that the main problem in the ocean of playtest and demo around Steam is the hook part. No, because if you buy a game or if you're doing like a part of the live stream like you do, you have the attention. Okay, you have the attention. You are our perfect target player. Okay, but when it comes to these Steam Fest and such, it's harder because like you hop between a game and another, and it can affect your median playtime on Steam and all of this stuff. So I think there's a
You're
bit
worried
of work
about
to do yet.
You're worried
Yes,
about people
yes,
who
but
are less passionate about the genre and are less keen on digging, basically.
it's not that I want to make everyone happy because that would
Sure.
be foolish, but I mean, we're working on it since 2022 and we don't want to fuck up.
Fair. I totally understand. I think that you guys have a really good position right now. I do. And I think that once people get it in their hands, you're going to see that. Very much so. So I can't wait for your next playtest. When did you say that was going to be? You said...
It could be later directly after this live. I don't know. I will be like live chatting with our programmer in order to understand if we can like press the red button and put it live again without any kind of announcement other than this one in this live stream.
And
but
understand
yeah,
something too, as well, is when you guys do that, people aren't going to care if you put a thing on there that says this is not implemented yet. This is a demo for something that doesn't even have a release date yet. They're going to care about the experience and the feeling that the game gave them. This is a very emotional title, right? So, I wouldn't worry too much about the scuff around the edges. The core experience that you have is brilliant.
Thank you. I mean it.
Yeah. No, it's really, really good, man. Really good. So I think within that in mind, I do hope you guys do go down the crowdfunding route because I understand it's going to scare publishers, man. I get it, 100%. That is a scary thing. They don't want risk; they want money, But my hope
especially after COVID. I mean, I get that. I'm not angry at them.
And
So-
I hope you guys do that because this is very cool, and you guys are doing a really good job. With that in mind, I'm interested in what do you guys feel about your development process that you wish you would have known at the beginning? Something you would have told your past self to avoid some big problem that you're dealing with now? Anything.
I mean, it's the classic error that every naive developers do. Make a big game or the game of your life right from the get-go. And for me, it was like that. Luckily enough, there were people more professional than me that helped shrink the project over 3 different iterations. So I think it's that, mainly it's that. Every senior developer will tell you, do some more games before making your game of the life. So
Make the small
yeah,
one.
that's the thing. Like when we will finish this game, like in 20 years or so, I would just like to sit down and make cozy video game about drugs and politics, which is
A cozy video game. That's funny.
yeah. But something like a 6-month development arc, something like that.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, the thing is you guys did bite off a big chew. You know, like this is a hell of a thing to tackle. What is your runtime that you're looking for towards the end? And I know that it's very clear that there are a lot of different routes and a lot of different kinds of players. So if you just went directly with all the main objectives, you're probably cleared a lot faster, you know.
So the general runtime of the game of Glasshouse.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we are aiming between 12 and 15 hours because we have this kind of idea that we want to make this kind of genre, which is a CRPG light, which is a CRPG for mothers and fathers who can't afford to delve like 100 and plus hours into games, beautiful games like Baldur's Gate and such. So we want to give to this kind of target audience a complex game, a full CRPG experience without stealing you too much time.
Yeah. No, I think that's brilliant. And I think the whole way that this is set out so far, you guys are in a really, really good position. And I guess the way that I feel about it is I hope that you don't try to do something because you're afraid you're going to fail. Because what you're making is very special and very good. And that's rare in the indie space on things that stick out. How do you guys in chat feel about this game so far?
I saw many cool messages about Gnocchi.
Gnocchi is very good. I do love Gnocchi. It's amazing, beautiful. Take my money. This game is amazing. Look at all those people in chat. Legitimately.
Damn.
You know
with 3,000 people in this live stream, I wish I already had my Kickstarter up.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So I'll tell you what. If you guys go down that route and you do that, when you have a demo out, I will play it again all on stream. Not for Indiecember, just because I think this is a brilliant game, and I think you guys need to get the visibility to do that. I think we should do that. So if you do that route, I would love to be a part of that and help you guys out, no matter what. Because what you're doing is very cool, and you're in a position that's very hard financially, and I understand that completely. And that's exactly what this event was all about, man. Is to get eyes onto games like this with dev teams like you. And I think what you're building is beautiful, very, very well crafted, very well written. The art is incredible. The music is incredible. And you guys should succeed. So, whatever you need to do, do it. Do it, man.
We will. And I will take this chance. So truly, very appreciate it. And to be honest, I really would like to thank the other 24 crazy people inside of the team, because as I said previously, it is very hard because we don't have. I don't know if you know it, but we are a collective, so we are not actually a company, of course, because we don't pay people. So our studio is Discord basically, and 60% of the team is made by Italian, and then the rest are coming from like Colombia, Canada, Bulgaria, United States, London, and things like that. And it's really difficult with all of these different time zone overlapping to maintain a clear and strong vision all together. But I think it's it's really fucking cool what we managed to build. Not as much in terms of the game itself, but in terms of video game collective. Because basically there's not an actual hierarchy. Like, yeah, there are leads, but leads are there for this particular project. Okay, so maybe the next project is a movie or another game. I also I could decide to not be a creative director, because in the end, when it comes to the collective itself, it's ultra democratic. And now you
Yeah.
see that the 26th door magically opened, and you can end the demo right there. And so basically what happens is that every time there's a decision related to the collective itself, what you do is you do a big vote between 25 people. So when it comes to, should we make a new trailer, should we participate to this festival, to this event, like Gamescom? This year was our first year at Gamescom. So we sit down and we decide what to do, and we vote, and the majority wins. And I will always remember that one day, because of my personal problems of life and of the collective itself, because there was like two leads of the game like 2 years ago left the project, and I was like in a very bad state. And I will always remember that I decided to propose to the collective, so what should we do? Should we move over or shut down the project? So I was the only one who voted to shut down the project. And on my surprise, I realized that all of the other 20 people was against me, and I can never thank them enough for that decision, because that would have been the most absolute brutal decision ever.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think that system is very interesting. I've never, never met anyone who's worked in a collective with that. I'm interested. What happens if the game makes financial success? You guys aren't a company or a collective. How does that work? Like for the
Of course, the idea is to, before selling the game, is to build a company and pay all of the most of the people that we can through
like shares of it.
Freelance agreement or such, because doing a rev share when you are like 25 people would be like a mess, like a job for the rest of your life. So basically what we did along this project is to account all of the assets that people have created, all of the hours they have worked, and we are going to pay them back for all of the work that they did. And then we are going to build an actual company, and keep the collective together, because the cool thing about the collective is that it's not just again, it's not just about this game, but it's about art and work. So it can happen from time to time that in order to help the other devs to survive, we share different jobs, like, hey, do this poster for this video game, so we are going to give you the job to our concept artist, help to build this B2B project and such. So that's how we roll.
I think that's really interesting, actually. And I love the idea of, like, the way that you're structuring that at the end of that. And as someone who has had to do international payments over a lot of different people, let me tell you, you're right. It's horrible. Don't do it. So doing rev share to a whole bunch of people every month is that's a nightmare.
I'm glad I got it earlier than you, then.
Yeah, I did not figure that out until it was too late, man. I'm in the grimmest area that I've seen, and I called it right. They're big dead in here. Yeah.
Yeah. And the idea was, to create this kind of slow burn narrative in which, you're just wandering around the apartment because your main quest was to distribute rations. But in reality, the first main quest of Act 1, it's a fake main quest, because in the end, you enter inside this room, and all of the mystery starts. You're like stuck in a crime scene from which you can't escape.
Yeah.
And then there would be a huge political conspiracy behind it and such. So that's the thing. From now on, the game will start to become grimmier and grimmier, dark and darker, until you don't reach the bottom of hell.
Yeah, this writing is really brilliant too. It's you guys didn't pull any punches on it. I think that's why people are comparing it to Disco Elysium, not only because it's a CRPG, but you guys are a collective as well, and then also at the same time you are not pulling punches on any of the grimmest kind of way of writing, and you're very forward and very public about it. It's quite nice, honestly. I think for a lot of people this is kind of like a breath of fresh air, because there's so many games that will just shy away from these sort of topics. They wouldn't write that scene with the guy with the gun earlier in the game. They would pull away from it or kind of do a tip of the hat to it to try and say more PC, and you didn't do that. And I think that's fantastic. So I think you're, again, I keep kind of doubling back on this, but I think you're going to have a lot more audience than you believe you do. Like, a lot more. There's a lot of people that love these kinds of games, especially when they're, as forward as you're being.
Yeah, but still, you know what's the tricky thing is that you are doing what now has been called disco-like. Like, we are one of the first of these subgenre. That, like, there is Glasshouse, and then there's Esoteric Cab, beautiful game made by Christopher Bodiger, and then Ruvalli that recently came out, made by Marcos Mihalnic, another beautiful guy. And basically we all know each other's, us disco-like devs. It's a huge community behind who decided to do this awful plan to make a game inspired by that masterpiece that is Disco Elysium. And the problem is that when you're doing a subgenre like this, of a game like Disco Elysium, it's the community. Because the community of Disco Elysium, it's one of the most beautiful community I ever seen. But still, you're making a game inspired by my favorite game. So they will be always picky and such, and that thing can go against you sometime.
Yeah, I think this is great. I'm reading through all this, and I can see all the different, intrusive thoughts in the character of the things that, you're like, I wouldn't do that. Jesus. And I think that's quite well done. And it is, the disco-like, I guess the idea of disco-like is very interesting to me, because it's not I guess it's a very forward, very...
it all comes to the writing in the end, which is one of the most difficult parts of a video game.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And yeah, it is one of the most, especially when you're doing so many different routes. I'm very well aware of that. I get to deal with that all the time. But the idea of writing in all these directions is hard. That's hard. What do you guys actually use to, because you said you're doing a lot of the writing. It's what do you use to collate all of your thoughts? Because I use a tool called Obsidian myself, but I'm wondering what you use.
I know it. Should this be like a promotional beat or something?
No.
Because there's a conflict of interest. Only because
it's literally whatever you use. There's no promotion.
I'm an ambassador of this of that. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, in the beginning, everything was hard scripted, and then we decided to move to RTC Draft. But then RTC Draft, it's it's got inhumane prices. It's the best RTC Draft, but it's not for normal people, working class men like us. So we decided to opt for the competitor of RTC Draft, which is Arcweave, which is very good looking software with a lot of stuff inspired by RTC Draft. Some better, some worse, like the localization part. I shouldn't say that as an ambassador. But the cool thing about Arcweave is that it costs a lot less than RTC Draft, a lot less. And the user experience, it's a whole another world. RTC Draft remained back in the 203 era, but when you use Arcweave, you understand it's a more compelling experience in terms of navigating and organizing your thoughts.
Yeah. So I'm actually really interested in this because I've never used Artisy. I've got it pulled up here on stream. I've never used Arcweave before, and I kind of want to look into these. I want to see how these are used because I have not seen anyone using this, but this is quite interesting. Where you have nodes to do all this. Obsidian works very similarly, but it's nodes with titles on them and then basically pages of information. And this one's free, so it's all right.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how the different ways of doing this. I always find new tools every time?
Arcweave, it's like using Twine, if you want,
Okay.
just more UX appealing.
Yeah.
There's a lot more of images, and basically there are arc script made by our programmer, because I don't know shit about programming, but basically all of the dialogues are like based around the nodes that I make in Arcwave. So basically, through API, the Arcwave project, which is only browser based, is tied within Unity, because we are developing Glasshouse in Unity. And every time I make changes with the browser, I can see it almost in real time. I just need to click the update project from the Arcwave API, and you are good for it. So it's
That's
perfect,
awesome.
because if you are not a programmer, but you have a programmer, you can handle all of the dialogue by yourself without destroying the code of others.
I'm interested, how does that work for the localization process? Because when I'm working with Obsidian, this is mostly just notes for myself, and then we have string tables for everything else, and I send those over to the localization team, and I'm like, hey, here's the English file. This is your branch for French or Brazilian Portuguese or whatever they were doing. So I'm interested in how you guys get this workflow to work with localization. How do you send those over to people?
And this is perfect for a cool story. Like Glasshouse is written in Italian, because the writers are just two, me and Riccardo. So basically, we adapted the game thanks to my cousins. I have two cousins, which thank God that they are English mother tongue, and they decided and they helped us to adapt all of this shit for free. So thank Gianfranco and Jack Franco. And the thing is that with Arcwave, it was a little bit tricky some months ago, because there wasn't a tool for localization like RTC Draft have. Okay, but now there is. So, but it's in beta, so we didn't try it yet. So what happened is that since there was no localization tool, we had to decide if to do the English version or the Italian version. We couldn't have both. So for the playtest, we had to remove all of the Italian beats and put the English part. And it was really a pain in the ass. But they say that this new localization tool is great, so we will see. But I can sell you something that I never used. So the only thing that I can say is that there was no localization tool until like 1 month or so. So I need to study it.
That makes sense. I think it's really cool to find out about your tools, to be honest with you, because every team uses tools completely differently. Every team is like, they even use the same tools differently, and I always find that to be fascinating. So I didn't even know anything about those tool sets. Never heard of Vertice before at all. So heck yeah.
Hey, RTC Draft is the tool used by the guys of Disco Elysium, of course, but also by BioWare for Mass Effect, or all of the games by Telltales are made with RTC Draft. Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea. Oh, there we go. I am now getting through this area.
Yeah, you are like 1 minute away from the end.
There's a man in there. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's a weirdo. Music is beautiful, by the way.
And that's another cool story. So we have an original soundtrack and a licensed soundtrack, which is not actually licensed, but I will get into it later. But beautiful main original soundtrack is composed by Nathan Sherples, which is our only composer based in Boston. And then we have the licensed music, which is made by a songwriter, an Italian songwriter called Simon Francesco Di Rupo, with a band called the Soul Sailor and the Fuckers. So
What a name.
that's a band that doesn't exist anymore. Basically, now Simon it's just solo, but basically it was the band of my brother. So basically, we can use all of the music that we can, and I feel like it's songwriting. It's just amazing, and we wanted to create this this relaxed scene in a similar way to what Life is Strange did, with the contemplation scenes. So I think it's perfect for for this kind of lockdown vibing. I want to call it like that, like lockdown vibing. You just sit around, and then there's this music that reflects the soul of the main character.
Yeah, no, I think it's really quite beautiful. All the music that I heard in the game is incredible. So you guys are doing an amazing job. Yeah, Chad is actually saying they really want to buy the OST. By the way, they really do. You'd be amazed.
But we are still doing it. So
yeah.
We can sell something that it's not finished, I guess.
True.
I mean, Nathan would be really happy. We are like there are like the other devs that are screenshotting all of the comments about the soundtrack and sending it to Nathan, because for Nathan this was his first job in the video game development. So and it's striving a lot to find a job and such. So that's really cool. No, but really to be honest, this is amazing. We never got so many spotlight in our life, other than in Gamescom, like happened something really weird. Like they show our game for like 7 seconds during the Gamescom opening night live, for no reason, because we were part of a stand called the Games for Democracy, and basically, at some point, the Game Awards team reach out to us via mail and tell us, hey, we have a free slot of like 12 seconds to showcase your game because we like it. Do you want to do it? So yeah, we did it, and we like gained a shit ton of wish lists, like 13,000 wish lists only during that day. But that was 12 seconds among the others. Okay. But this is like 2 hours in front of 4,000 people that are just, listening to you, to me, and watching what all of the team of Flat 28 Collective created. And I think it's beautiful, like, to exist in front of your eyes.
It's exactly why we wanted to do this event. Because the thing that I found a lot of in any of the type of like showcase events were basically you show an ad. It's just an ad. You don't get to know the developers. You don't get to know the game. You can't see the mechanics. You can't see anything other than the ad, right? And now, myself and everybody else here got to know your game and get to know you and get to know your guys' story as the developers. And I think that, to me, is so much more important, especially among indie teams. And your guys' story is beautiful, and so is your game. So I think this is exactly why I wanted to do this, man. And I think you guys are doing amazing stuff. Honestly, I think you're making something incredible. And I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from this is I really hope you do all feel very confident, because you are making something very good, like very good. It's blowing away a lot of people in the chat. It's blowing me away. And with 47,000 wish lists behind you, that is not a small amount, and still not having a demo out, a standard demo at all times, and not doing a crowdfunding round, you are in an amazing opportunity position to just own it, man. Like, that's a really good spot to be in, even if you don't realize it. It's a very good one.
I really hope it's like
right, so.
I really hope it's like that, because the Italian market, we have a curse. We never manage to sell more than 1,000 copies. So that would be funny if it actually happens.
With that
by
in
the
mind,
way, if you
go for it. Go for it.
No, I just wanted
Oh.
you to tell you like about our story that if you want, we recently opened a YouTube channel, a secondary channel, which is
Good.
only based around Flat 28 Collective. You can see the thumbnail there on the left, on the bottom left of the main menu. So basically, in that channel, we are only going to do devlog, like the episode 1 will come out, I think, or tonight or tomorrow. But the first episode, the episode 0, talks about how the Flat 28 Collective was born, and especially was the production philosophy behind our team. So
This
we
is
talk about John
awesome.
Cassavetes, Italian singers, and such. And
This is-
this that you see is my main job. Like, I'm a filmmaker, I make documentaries, so that's what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah, this is awesome, dude. Like, that kind of a thing is fantastic. So you've got 8 minutes there of developing an RPG without a budget, devlog on there. Yeah, blow that thing up, Chet. Blow it up. Show it to everybody. That's fantastic. And wishlist the game, definitely.
And the next episode, the one that will come out like when I'm finished with this live, because I still need to do the thumbnail, will be around. The title will be something like something catchy, I hope, like turn feedback into better games. Because we did we tried this kind of test. Okay, we split the playtest in 3 phases, like the Gamescom one, then the Discord playtest that was closed, and then the Steam playtest. Each one divided by, I think, 1 month or something. So by doing that, we could like gain feedback and implement it into the next build, and that's the research that we are going to talk about within the next episode.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think that's awesome. Doing a dev blog like that is great. Like, the dev vlog videos are awesome. That is such a good move, honestly. Yeah, I am.
There's the lead programmer that just told me that push the big red button. So as of today, as of now, the playtest is already live, and it will be until the end of this year.
Go play it. Go play it right there. It's right there.
And when you have finished to play the game, we did a hacker thing in which every time you close the application, there will be a Google form opening automatically on your browser. So please complete it and tell us what you would like to see within the next reiteration of Glasshouse, which will be eventually the big demo that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that is fantastic, dude. Good move, honestly. I think you'll find very quickly that you are making something good, and you will only know that when players play it and tell you. And you won't believe them at first, and that's okay. They will keep telling you, and it's going to, you guys are making something really cool. They'll tell you everything that's wrong, they'll tell you everything that's right, and you just have to trust that they're telling you the truth,
Like 20% of the feedback that we received was made by angry Italians, that there was no Italian localization in the game, and I was like, guys, chill. I had to make a choice between you, a couple of million peoples, and the rest of the world. But rest assured, I'm writing this goddamn game in fucking Italian, so there will be an Italian translation, because there's this like, it's not a joke anymore, but basically, more and more video games are not translated into Italian because we are such a tiny piece of the entire market, and basically we Italians, we only play FIFA games, so football games and such, and Call of Duty. So of course they don't translate our games in Italian.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. It's really difficult. Like, you understand the costs associated with localization, and people don't realize it. And it's funny too, because you pay thousands of dollars, but you get access to millions more people. And then you have to determine, does this region also speak English or another primary language? Is it worth it to put it in that language? We found the same problem, actually, with a couple of other languages ourselves, and that's why we ended up doing it in Brazilian Portuguese, because Brazil really loves it in Brazilian Portuguese, and it's very, very important for them, But there are some regions where it's like, it just doesn't work, or it can't be worth it based on your current income. There's all kinds of choices there. I would never blame you for that, because I understand it. But I can get why players get upset, because they don't know,
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely. That's the way it is. It's especially because of the Italian culture that in Italy, like with films, with movies, we like dub everything. Like, I'm not joking. Everything is dubbed. So Italians mostly are lazy, and when they see that it's not dubbed in Italian, figures the voice acting. But imagine if it's not even written in Italian, like they will never play your game. In fact, there's I think a lot of people of Italians that decided to group up and not buy Disco Elysium because it's not translated in Italian.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's always a really difficult thing, and I guess if you're out there and you're ever worried about that, never get mad at the dev for that. I think it's hard. I understand. The best thing you can do is tell them we want it in this language and be excited and positive, because you show them that it's not as scary of a venture, because it costs a lot of money to do localization correctly. A lot. Because you can't just do machine translation. You can't do one-to-one. You have to localize the context. It has to make sense culturally in the other language, and that's not simple to do. So if you want it fast, you're going to get a shitty translation. Best thing you can do is encourage the devs and be like, look, there's a lot of us. You'll make money. Please, that's all you can do with it. It's rough, man. In any case.
Absolutely.
We
are going to find a way. Like we always do.
You will.
I hope so.
You guys will. I think you're doing an awesome job. I think you're doing an amazing thing. I think your game is beautiful. And I wouldn't worry as much. And you got this, dude. You really do. More so than you realize.
I will take you on the word, and I will knock on your door when it's time to do the Kickstarter.
No, 100% do it. Tell me. I'll launch it out to everybody. I'll play it on stream, because I think this is beautiful. And I think you're doing a really good job. And we've had a couple of devs that are like this throughout Indiecember, and it's always the same case. Brilliant game. Amazing gameplay. Beautiful. Dev team that just needs eyes. There's so many of those. So we're just going to keep doing this event. I'm going to do it again in June. And we're going to do it again next December. We're just going to keep doing it.
I remember watching your stream. It's crazy. Then again, it's really a great event, because I don't know how, because that's my kind of shit of game. I don't know how, but I didn't know Peppered before. And and that's incredibly written, and oh my god, that was amazing. That's my kind of shit, and I didn't know about it.
Yeah, beautiful game, and the dev was so fun to talk to as well. Loved that. And if you guys hadn't seen that one, there's another one we had on for Indiecember. Here you go. Yeah, we're gonna do Indiecember for June. Peppered is so good, dude. I loved it, and the writing was very funny. But yeah, I'm blown away by this, dude. I really am. I think you're just doing awesome. I guess with that in mind, I only have one more kind of businessy question, and then one last question after that. This is a hard one, and if you want to ask the community what they believe it should go for, then please do so. What do you think you guys are going to sell the game for when you do finally launch?
$7.
$7?
No.
Oh, you're just saying 7 to get him? No!
Yes.
No!
Yes. Yes, sorry.
Why would you do this? Look at them. Look at them. They're ruined now.
Sorry, I tricked you. No.
It's so good.
But we are thinking something between 99 and 90 and 24 and 99.
Wait. No, 19.99. So $20 to 20 to 25 is what you're looking at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, especially based because also in the Google form we also asked people about the price range, what they think about, and yeah, we are around between 20 and 25.
Okay, that's beautiful. I think that's a really good price, and I think that internationally that works.
I mean, especially because there's this thing now, the production value, the one that is felt. Okay, like, so if you're doing a 29.90 game, so people that will think, okay, the production values this game is higher than if you put it at 19, or even putting even between 17 and 19 could be like a huge difference. So we're trying to understand better the market, but we are no experts, so we're just swimming in the mud.
Let's try this then. Chat, do you think 20 to 25 is good? Based on the experience that you saw throughout this, how do you feel? Yes, great price, yes. Too cheap, easy, yes, 2025, good. Everybody says yes for this. I'm not seeing anyone saying that that's terrible.
Well,
So
what's
I think,
yes as a price? Ah, okay, yes as a 2025. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, they're happy about it. And I think that's the thing that you'll find really quickly is like you're right on the money for price, you're right on the money for the content. You're making something that does have a community that's out there, even if they haven't seen you yet, right? And yeah, I think you guys are doing it right. So 2025 makes complete sense. Absolutely. I'd buy it for that. No problem. Yeah, do it for the meme 1997. Why you like this? So
for the meme, I would have done 77. So that's fine.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. Yeah, I think that's fantastic, dude. And I guess the last one is we're almost at time now, but is there anything you want to say to the community to end us out?
First of all, we remember that the big button has been pushed, so you can play the playtest now, and it's around 1 hour and a half. And especially there was also a secondary quest hidden. And if you start, because you never read the books and the newspaper and such, for obvious reason, because you were live streaming, but basically there's like stories inside multiple stories only in those books in what we called in the inventory library. And then there's another thing. All of the game Glasshouse has been developed for almost 4 years on our Discord. We have a Discord community in which we share early builds, in which we share early MH, very work in progress stuff like rigging, animation, concept artist. So if you want, you can jump on our Discord and you can find the Discord link somewhere buried in the Steam page. And other than this, nothing. Thank you. You've been amazing people and you, Thor. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't know if I will ever have an opportunity like this, so I will take the chance, and I will say thank you so much, really.
You'll have more opportunities, I promise. You guys' game is amazing. I can't wait to show it off even more, man. Legitimately. I think what you guys are doing is awesome, and I think this game is incredible. So keep fighting. Keep making cool shit. I'm blown away by this, and so is everybody else in chat. Look at them. They're super into this. Yeah. Love these Dev Talks, so informational. Yeah, dude. I've been having a blast doing this, and the pleasure's all mine. I'm so happy to show you guys this stuff off. Seriously. And I saw it on Twitter, too. I think the first place I saw it was on Twitter. I was like, that game looks sick.
Yeah, and also on Twitter, we post a lot of concept art and stuff that usually you don't post, but who cares?
Yeah, post it.
We don't have a publisher, so we can do the fuck we want.
Yeah, and see, so, that right there is why I'm always telling people to be cautious of getting a publisher. You know, you can do whatever you want. And that means you can make the coolest game you want it to be. And you can be as wild with the writing as you want it to be. You could be as forward as you want. You can do anything you like. You steer your own ship, you know. So my hope is that now that you guys have the build out there, that people take more of a notice and you guys go along the path and are able to crowdfund in some way, that you'll be able to own that for the rest of your lives.
Yes, so, absolutely. Well, I will say thank you also in Italian. So, grazie and fuck AI.
Well, thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. And it was lovely showing your game.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.